Well, they actually did it. They beat the Baltimore Ravens. So last night was a great game all around the board. We got a 23-17 win over the Ravens, who were 6-3. We're now 4-5, and we're actually still alive in the AFC. Now we may not win the division, but that wild card spot's starting to look a little more possible if we do have a good second half of the season. And by the looks of it, by the last 2 weeks and the potential from the few losses that we've had, I think it's possible. And even if not, there's a lot to build on for the next year. First of all, Cam had a good game. He's pretty quiet, but 13 of 17 for a little over 120 yards. Pretty good. He threw a touchdown for once, ran another one in. So he's had a good season rushing, especially, but he's starting to get in the passing game again like he was the first 2 weeks. Jakobi Meyers, once again, is the man. He threw a touchdown. He was a quarterback back in high school before he went to NC State. He had 5 catches for 59 yards, which was always good. So he made up for almost half of the receiving yards last night. But he threw a absolute beauty to Rex Burkhead, who, again, had 2 touchdowns last night. He's always reliable and one of my favorites. So the defense, they didn't miss as many tackles last night, so that was some good progress. Damien Harris, he is a rising star. I think he's taken Michel's place as the key star running back for the Patriots. I mean, James White and Burkhead are still there and still great. And Michel's not bad, but I think Damien Harris, if he keeps it up, is going to take Michel's locker as the starter. Because 120 yards last night, he has 3 100-yard rushing games in just his second season. And he's only been starting 4 or 5 games now, and he already has 3. And he was a big part in last night's win, especially with the weather. And like I said, the defense played good. J.C. Jackson, he has the most interceptions in the league since 2018 when he was a rookie, 14. He's the first in Patriots history with 5 straight games with an interception. He beat the record for, I believe McCourty had it before, Devin, that is. And there was good coverage all night. Lamar had a good bit of yards, but kept him in check when it mattered. Bend but don't break. And other than a missed extra point in the howling wind, I mean, Falk had a fine game. So a missed extra point. The last drive with the Patriots, I was a little worried when Cam slipped and fell. That was a little worrisome, especially giving the ball back to Lamar with 1:50 left. Luckily, the defense held up and they came up when they were needed. And overall, it was just a good performance from the whole team. Bill coached a good game. McDaniels had some great play calls, especially that trick play. It's always good to see a good trick play against the Ravens. I mean, take me back to 2014 in the divisional round, Edelman to Amendola. That's what the vibes I got from last night's trick play. And it came out early, too. We didn't get behind. We weren't playing from behind. And we came out knowing what we wanted to do and how to stop Lamar. It's proven over the past few weeks that Lamar can be stopped. Unlike Mahomes, he's kind of one-dimensional. I mean, he's a freak athlete and still good, but he's a little predictable right now, and I think once he fixes that, he's going to be another level of a star. But anyways, my faith in Cam is continuing to be restored, and Damien Harris and Jakobi Meyers are the young stars of the future for New England. JC, another one. He's great. Can't wait to have Gilmore back out there to finish things off. And yeah, the second half of the season, it's going to have a tough schedule, to say the least. I mean, we have the Jets again, but we also have to deal with the Cardinals, Bills, and Dolphins. So hopefully we're going to have a good second half to the season, 4-5, and we're on to Houston next week. My predictions are 31-17 New England. That might be a little much, but the Texans are kind of bad, and we're starting to catch our stride, so who knows? I'm going to go 31-17 Pats. See you guys next week. Go Pats.